Hey guys, Chris here, and I want to give you some tips on setting up your double disc for doing tillage on your small acreage. A lot of you do-it-yourselfers have some small acreage and you want to go till it up. Whether you have weeds or you're wanting to plow a crop, get rid of what's there, I get it. The double disc is a great tool for doing tillage, and it's probably a lot easier to use, honestly, than something like a plow where you have to follow a furrow. Of all the different forms of tillage that you can do in a field, cultivating, plowing, disking, the double disc is probably by far one of the most universally easy forms of tillage to do, but it has to be set up right. But I gotta be honest, I've seen more tillage fails in field with this one tool than any other tool out there. There's some reasons for that, and I'm here to help you guys with the setup so that you don't make more of a mess of your own field. I actually spotted this guy earlier this week, and I thought I should share it with you folks just as an example of what not to do. Some neighbors out here doing some work, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. People, they hook their double disc up to their tractor, they don't know what they're doing, and they just start making a mess of the field. We'll get up here and take a look at this. This is just, it's atrocious what's going on. This field could have been something good, but it is so rough right now because not having the disc set properly, timing, all that kind of stuff. It's terrible. So anyways, hey, doing a good job. All right, yeah. I'm just kidding, guys. That's Kenny on the tractor, and he's actually doing a great job. He's got the disc set properly. It's not angled too far forward, too far back. Doing a nice level job, just breaking up this sod right now. This will have a little bit of time to break down, and we'll get a nice level seed bed by the time we go to actually plant this. How's it going? You having fun?
Yeah.
All right.
It's terrible. Like, it's doing a really good job with it.
Oh, it's doing a great job.
A little snow action, bud.
What's that?
A little snow.
Little snow action? Yeah. Florida boys hanging in there, huh?
Probably regretting my tractor choice today.
All right. All right, we'll take over. We'll let somebody who knows what they're doing finish this up.
Ha!
Kenny's really fond of this tractor, and he's really particular about people operating his pride and joys.
Hey, this is custom lunchbox equipment.
Oh, I see you got the, yeah.
You gotta have the goats with you.
I think he thought he was moving in when he packed that along.
Always.
All right. We send him out for the 3-acre jobs, and he packs like it's an all-dayer. Well, it's all on me now. So we better not screw up. There's some critical elements that make the double disc what a double disc is. You got two sets of gangs, a front gang and a back gang. These gangs are angled opposite directions. Your front discs are curved to cast dirt out to the side. Your back discs are designed to pull that back in. When those two work in unison, it creates this chopping effect that also turns the soil. Sometimes you can just go one pass over the field, sometimes it's two. But the real critical element is that you're casting dirt out to the side, and you're creating a furrow here in the middle. You're getting rid of dirt in the center of it. It's going to leave less dirt in the center of this disc, and it's going to cast it to the outside. You go to the back gang, and it's designed to pull it back into the center. These two need to be working evenly in order to make your field nice and level. If you're casting more dirt with your front gang and not pulling it back in on the back one, it's going to leave what they call a valley. The opposite is true if you have it set backwards from that and the back is doing more than the front, although that's not as common. Most people end up setting this front gang too deep in comparison to the back gang. As you go from front to back on the machine, the outside of the front gang is farther forward than the back of the front gang. That means that if it's tilted this direction, those outside of the front gang are going to be digging deeper. That's not what we want. We want it to be nice and level all the way across the front gang and all the way across the back gang. Let's raise this back up to a proper operating height, go a proper speed, and see what kind of a job we get done. You can tell that this is doing a lot nicer job now. The front's not biting more on the outside than the inside. It's doing an even job all the way across. You can tell by the main shaft on there that there's about the same amount of space the whole way across on it. Same with the back. We don't have too much ridging going on, and we don't have any valleys. A lot of how much dirt is being grabbed by your front gang versus your back gang can be adjusted on this. This is a tow behind. There's a set of wheels on there. Some of you guys might be running a 3-point setup. On this disc, there's a handle right here that changes how this thing sits level, front to back. On a 3-point setup, it's really easy. You adjust that on your top link and make sure that not when it's up in the air, but how you're actually tilling when you're pulling along, that it's level in the ground and it's not leaving that valley or a ridge out behind the disc. It also makes a difference whether you're going or not and on what kind of soil you're on. If you're pulling it with your tractor, it might be putting a load on the back of your tractor, or it might be taking weight off the back of your tractor. It's important to keep an eye on that as you're working your field, because maybe you're making a couple passes over the field. The first pass was great. Now on your second pass, it's grabbing more dirt, casting it out to the sides farther, and not pulling enough back in. It's important to have all that set level so that when you come in to make your next pass, whether it's seeding or harrowing, that it can do a nice job on a smooth field and get the finish that you're looking for. One of the other things that can throw this off is the speed at which you're going. If you're casting the dirt too far that direction, the back gang can't grab it and pull it back into the center. One other thing I want to add in here is that double discs don't like rocks. If you have a really rocky piece of ground, save it for something else. Grab a cultivator or figure out something to do with the ground, or get the big rocks removed out of the field. Those disc blades can be pretty sensitive. And on a machine like this, there's no cushion to the gangs. Some double discs have some form of suspension or give to them. They have springs on them or rubber cushions, those kind of things that can let it give and move a little bit over rocks. These are solid axles and they're mounted solid to the machine. It's not going to give if you hit a rock. Speed's also a factor when you have rocks. If you know you're going over a rocky area and there's smaller rocks, slow down a little bit. And it'll just give that machine some time to make adjustments as it goes over those rock outcroppings. One other key tip that I want to give you guys is don't try to go too deep with the double disc on your first pass. It's very tempting to just try and sink that thing all the way and get a big bite, but ultimately you're going to make more work for yourself in the long run. You're going to try running that front gang too deep in the ground. It's not going to do what you want it to do. Sometimes machines don't have the weight that you need to really cut into the ground. Just take small bites, make a couple passes over the field if you need to, and you'll get the results that you're looking for. The double disc can be a farmer's friend when used properly, even for the do-it-yourselfer. It's an incredibly diverse tool. You can use it for a lot of different applications, but it has to be set up properly, otherwise you're just going to make more work for yourself. If you guys have had your own experiences with double disc or have questions, drop a comment in the box below. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and until next time, you guys, thanks for watching.